these trousers don't fit. They don't have a seam in the waistband that you might find on some fancy pants, but they do have pleats on the front. I'm going to show you a simple fit adjustment that you can make to trousers like these that doesn't require taking off the waistband. I start by cutting the bar-tacks holding down the front two belt loops. I recommend using a blade for this rather than an unpicker, as it gives a bit more control. I then carefully unpick the waistband from behind the pleats to the fly. To bring in the waist, I'm going to deepen the two central pleats. You can add a pleat to anything, so this adjustment is an option even if the trousers don't already have pleats. The trousers measure 98 centimeters, and my current waistline is 91. So I'm going to extend both pleats by 2 cm, leaving some excess for easing. I open up the stitching holding the pleats in place and mark the start, end and fold. Pin them into their new position and baste the pleats with a loose stitch. This is so that I can run the garment through the machine to tack them down, certain they will remain exactly where I want them. With the pleats secured, I remove the basting and position the waistband. Again, I baste the waistband, working from the side seam towards the centre rise, to make sure the excess fabric is pulled towards the centre. I run a straight stitch, following the marks of the original top stitching. On the left side, I switch to sewing on the inside of the garment. This may not give the perfect finish, but again, it pulls the excess fabric towards the centre, making sure the waistband lays flat. I then reattach the belt loops with bar-tacks. You may have concerns. The tabs left on the waistband could be avoided, but the waistband would need to be removed completely, trimmed, then the belt loops repositioned. This is the simplest approach I could think of, and at some point I could add a hook and bar to the inside. Also, you may want to use matching thread. I use this neon green because it shows up on camera, and I like to rub my face in my mistakes. To finish, I remove the button, mark the new position of the buttonhole, and hand sew the button into place. And this has worked out great. I couldn't have taken them in any further without working on the back rise, but thankfully these fit me well. I think there is a slight excess of fabric in the back, but I don't think it's harming the silhouette. This was meant to be a much bigger project. I had these great plans, double knees and carpenter pockets, but in the end, I liked these trousers too much to take them any further. I didn't want to ruin them. Thank you very much for watching. Seeing as you got all the way to the end, do you want to see this fancy intro that I edited for this film that became completely useless? You do? This is my £3 second-hand Marks & Spencer's slacks. They have turned cuffs, a double pleated front, a single welted back pocket, bar tacks below the pockets, and disappointingly a serged closed side seam. I'm going to show you how to modify trousers like these and how far you can go with the least amount of unpicking. The graffiti had nothing to do with the video.